So that was my playthrough for Edge of Heaven by River Valley Worship, and that's in the key of D, which is the original key of the recorded track that I'm playing over. And this preset for the Helix has 4 different snapshots on it. And the first snapshot is for the initial clean part over the intro and the first verse of the song. The next snapshot is for the shimmery clean sound that's over the first chorus. Then we have a lead sound that's over the next couple of sections, and then finally a slightly different or bigger lead sound for the end part of the song. So I'm going to show you what some of those sound like by themselves and talk a little bit about the playing parts of those things. So at the intro of the song, the synth part is the most prominent thing, but there's a 16th note guitar motif going underneath it. Now for that 16th note motif, if you watch some of the River Valley videos, you'll see that the rhythm guitar player is only playing 8th notes and using a delay to fill in the 16th notes. So I have the same thing happening on this patch here using a dotted 8th note delay. You hear if I play just one note, it has a nice delay on there. So you'll definitely want to make sure if your group that you play with does not play along with a click track that you could set the tempo to the delay, that you tap in the delay very accurately a couple of times throughout the section, otherwise the rhythm of those 16th notes will sound uneven. Now, another option is you can turn off the delay and play the actual 16th notes. But I like to play the 8th notes. We play along to a click, so everything works out okay. But ultimately that ends up sounding like this, but you'll hear, since I'm not playing along with a click right now, it'll take me a few beats to get the rhythm correct. So you can hear how that delay fills in the individual 16th notes. Now another thing I'm doing during this playthrough is I'm playing with just the edge of my thumb instead of my pick. I just tuck the pick into my hand like that and hold it in here so that I have my thumb available for strumming. That's just so I get a softer sound. It's totally fine if you want to play it with a pick. It'll give you a little bit sharper of a sound and it'll cut through the mix a little bit better, but you'll have to experiment musically within your own context and see what's right for that situation. And it just follows the 4 chords throughout the progression, and I'm using an open voicing where I'm playing the bass note and then 2 higher notes up here. I'm skipping this middle string on each one of the voicings that I'm doing. But other than that, they're standard chord forms that I'm playing. The second snapshot that I'll show you is for that first chorus part, and during that part, everything gets a lot more subdued, and I'm also playing a lot sparser of a part there, but I did add a little bit of shimmer and delay to it to allow it to carry out through the chord progression, and I'll play you what that sounds like. It's almost the same chord progression as the verse with one different chord in the middle. It ends up sounding like this. So that's what that snapshot sounds like. Now you have to be careful. I'm still playing open voices for these chords. I'm playing the bass note with the pick, and I'm playing the 2 higher notes with these 2 fingers so that I get a simultaneous attack on all 3 strings, and I just pluck it to get that sound. Another thing you need to do when you're playing a part that's this sparse is to make sure you play very cleanly, because any kind of little string noise or pick scratch or something like that that you make in here during this section will have those same repeats and tend to carry through and might kind of spoil the atmosphere of the song. So something I like to do is after I play the chord and I let it ring out for a number of beats, a beat or two before I need to switch to the next chord, I put my pick on the string and my two fingers on the other strings, which mutes all of those strings and allows me to lift my fingers without any string noise and put them back down for the next chord without any string noise there either. And then my hand is also already in position to pluck the next note. So always have a lot of attention on the muting of your strings and things like that, just so you can keep the cleanliness of the song flowing. The next snapshot I have to show you is for the first big lead part that comes in right after the first chorus. Of course, it's a dirty sound. It has a lot of delay and some reverb and stuff on it, but that's used for playing this lead line that comes in right after that first chorus. And so on. So that's that part. It's also used for the next verse that comes in for playing what I think of as a combination of a lead and a rhythm part. Now, the original artist recording has 2 guitar players on this section, but I'm the only lead electric guitar player in the group I play with. So the part I'm playing is a combination between each of those guitar parts. That's why you see me jumping from high up on the neck to low down on the neck as I alternate between playing the lead part and the rhythm electric guitar part for that song. So it uses the same snapshot, the third snapshot here, as you saw in the playthrough. It comes out sounding like this. Now the last snapshot we have is what I call the big lead sound. It has a little bit more clarity so you can hear each and every note, but it also adds even a little bit more delay and a little bit of shimmer to it so that it can help it to sound very sparkly in the mix and kind of stand out. Now that's used for the lead line that comes during the bridge, as well as the arpeggio that's through the final chorus of the song. The lead line is just a simple thing, a little motif that repeats between a couple of frets up here. Then the final chorus of the song has what I just think of as a D major 7 arpeggio, but it repeats over every chord in the progression. It's the exact same notes. That ends up sounding like this. I called this, and I think of this as a D major 7 arpeggio. I know it also has the second in there, which is fine. There's always seconds in praise and worship music. Anyway, I hope everybody gets the idea of some of the ways that I like to play this song with a mix of the rhythm and lead electric guitar parts and the preset that I worked up for that on the Helix. Of course, if you like the sound and you have a Helix and you want to pick this up from me, head on over to my website and see if it fits what you need and see if anything else there is something that you need. And as always, hang in there, everyone, and I'll see you next time.